364 more days until next year's hockey tryouts. I guess he's got to toughen up.
This is Sportscentre.
Hey, I'm Marissa Roberto, and everything's going great in Florida right now. Whoa, in the sports world. And the Panthers are looking to join the 3-0 club with the Heat if they can beat the Hurricanes tonight. The first 2 games of this series have been won by Matthew Tkachuk in overtime. And he's got 3 OT goals this postseason, which puts him 2 away from moving into the top 5 all time. The biggest story of the series, though, has been the continued domination of Sergei Bobrovsky. Since losing Game 4 to the Bruins, Bob is 9-1, and over his last 7 games, he hasn't allowed more than 2 goals. He's also saved a total of 17.3 goals above expected, which is just bonkers. Now, we knew the Hurricanes would be in tough coming into the series because of their lack of scoring, but it's been even more of a problem than we thought. Sebastian Aho, Jesper Fast, Jordan Martinook, and Martin Necas combined for 17 goals before the 3rd round, and they're sitting on a goose egg this series. To the association, and to say these conference finals have been one-sided would be an understatement. After last night's beatdown, both the Celtics and Lakers are on the verge of being swept. Now, if we're going to look at one thing from last night's game, it's this from Jimmy Butler. Because you all know one of my favorite things in sports is people being petty. This is in Game 1 after an Al Horford 3. The Celtics big man let Miami know they needed a timeout. Well, Jimmy doesn't forget. Well, after a Gabe Vincent 3 to put Miami up 23, Butler hit the C's with the exact same reaction. Oh man, that's petty. It's so petty. He almost forgot to do it. You see him remember in real time. He got him good. On to tonight's game, and we could see some history. Because LeBron James has only been swept twice in his career, and never before the NBA Finals. A loss tonight changes all of that. But this series has been about one player, and that's been Jamal Murray, who dropped 30 in the first half of Game 3. Just 9 points shy of tying the all-time NBA record, set by Sleepy Floyd. But Murray has been that dude pretty much all series, not just one quarter. The Kitchener, Ontario native is dropping 35 a game, but it's the percentages that really wow us. Now here's a potential scenario NBA fans do not want to see. If the Nuggets take tonight's game, and we get another no-show from Boston tomorrow, then we're looking at a pair of sweeps. But the NBA Finals have already been announced to start on June 1st, meaning we could be looking at a full 8 days without basketball. Come on, NBA, you gotta change that if this happens. We got a summer to live over here in Canada. Hello? We only get a finite amount of time. So Lakers, please make this a series tonight. And you can watch Game 4 of the Western Conference Finals tonight on TSN. Coverage begins at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific.
My friend, congratulations.
Don't tell me what you're going to tell me, because if you tell me, I'm going to start crying right now, man.
I am going to tell you what I'm about to tell you.
Time enough, my favorite segment and yours, Why We Love Sports Today.
Why we love sports today.
If there was ever a story built for this segment, it's the amazing story of Michael Block we saw unfold this weekend. The 46-year-old club pro at a public golf course in California hit the shot of the tournament Sunday as he got a hole-in-one while paired with Rory McIlroy. Just check out the reaction from his home club when he hit that hole-in-one. Now, in order to get the invite back, he needed a top 15 finish, which he managed to pull off and secured a bag of just under $300K. But it was after the tourney where his life changed once again, when he got an invite to next week's Charles Schwab Challenge.
Hello?
Michael,
Yes.
this is Michael Toth, the tournament director at Colonial.
Hey, what's going on, Michael?
Great week, my friend. Congratulations.
Don't tell me what you're going to tell me, because if you tell me, I'm going to start crying right now, man.
I am going to tell you what I'm about to tell you. We would love for you to come play in our golf tournament, and we have an exemption available, and we'd love for you to be in Fort Worth this week.
Michael, I haven't met you yet, and I can't thank you enough for this opportunity. Someone once told me that Colonial sets up pretty good for an old pro like me, so
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I thank you so much. And if you could talk to my boss real quick and tell him that I won't be at work next week. Is that okay, Matt?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, good. I'm good.
Oh man, so gracious, so kind. I got goosebumps, that whole conversation. Man, the kind of moments you live for. And for those in Canada hoping to maybe get a chance to watch him live, well, we got some more good news for you. Because Block also got an invite to the Canadian Open 2 weekends later. I will also be there. I'm looking out for this guy for sure. After a crazy day of hockey, the Memorial Cup is officially set. Let's start in Quebec because the Ramparts scored 2 goals in less than 2.5 minutes to stun Halifax. The other team to join them yesterday was Peterborough, who stunned London with a thrilling 2-1 win. On the back of OHL final MVP Michael Simpson, who fans of Bardow know as the goalie, who was once a 60 overall in NHL. This season, Simpson came into his own with a .273 goals against, and he's been even better in the playoffs. In the final against the Knights, Simpson made over 30 or more saves in 5 of the 6 games, and 50 or more saves twice. After winning, Luka caught up with Simmer for a quick interview.
What are you going to eat out of that trophy? If you can eat anything out of it, what are you putting in there? What are you eating?
I got no idea. Maybe some Lucky Charms or something. Like, I don't know. Right now, I'm just can't wait to get out off the ice and start celebrating with the boys.
Can't wait to see your Kamloops. All the best.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Lucky Charms is an excellent choice if you're going for cereal. I personally would have gone for Cinnamon Toast Crunch, the greatest cereal ever made. But for me, you gotta go poutine. You gotta go poutine. Don't worry, Luka will be heading to the Mem Cup this week, and we will have plenty more content from him. The other 2 teams, Seattle and host Kamloops, are loaded with NHL prospects. So this should be a pretty fun Memorial Cup. On the Seattle side, the Thunderbirds have 6 Canadian World Junior players from the 2023 winning team, while the Blazers have 3 members of that same team. Now joined by PokerStars pro Parker Talbot to talk some poker. And Parker, there are Canadians all over the poker scene in Europe. Why is that?
There's a lot of Europeans out here, and Canadians, generally crush Europeans in poker. No, I'm making that part up. But there are a lot of, sprag type players out here. There's lots of French folk out here that we battle with, Canadians just very, very smart folks, we're great at poker.
What is the best place in the world you've played so far with PokerStars?
Best place that I've played poker in so far? I mean, I am always a huge fan of playing in Spain, in Barcelona. It's like my favorite stop every year. Although this room is incredible. I'm super looking forward to having this roof off. This roof just comes fully open, and it's just like a dome, like literally like the Sky Dome in here. This is a pretty cool room to play poker.
Wait, the roof opens in that place? I don't believe you.
It does, I promise. It's like a dome in here, I swear.
Parker, thanks so much for joining us.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
That's all for today with Super Good 3 Star No Pacific. Have a good one.